fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Jane, the man they call Jane. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Now Jane saw the gamers' hearts breaking. He saw the gamers lament, and he saw Kotaku taking all the fun and just leaving regrets. So he said, you can't do that to my people. You can't silence them under your heel. Jane strapped on his hat, and in just 5 tweets flat, took down all the morons with great zeal. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Now here is what separates heroes from common folk like you and I. The man they call Jane took on their false reign and let those facts hit sky. He dropped them onto our new sites. He dropped them into our feeds. The man they call Jane left their egos in pain and headed out like a star. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Jane, the man they call Jane. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Now Jane saw the gamers' hearts breaking. He saw the gamers lament, and he saw Kotaku taking all the fun and just leaving regrets. So he said, you can't do that to my people. You can't silence them under your heel. Jane strapped on his hat, and in just 5 tweets flat, took down all the morons with great zeal. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Now here is what separates heroes from common folk like you and I. The man they call Jane took on their false reign and let those facts hit sky. He dropped them onto our new sites. He dropped them into our feeds. The man they call Jane left their egos in pain and headed out like a star. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and told them what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call Jane. Jane, the man they call Jane. He fought the corrupt and protected the pure. Stood up to the game press and he told them what for.
His love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of gaming, the man they call me.
Now Jane saw the gamers'
Gamers' hearts breaking.
He saw
No,
the gamers lament, and he
saw Kotaku taking
all the fun and just leaving regrets. So
He said, you can't do that to my people.
You can't silence them under your heel. Jane strapped on his hat, and in just 5 tweets flat, took down all the morons with great zeal.
I fought the corruption, I protected the pure. They stood up to the game press and I told them what for. I love for it now. Hey, how do you explain the hero of gaming, the man they call me? Unbelievable. Just like that, it's over. Nintendine is seething. Omniarch is seething. Tripster on Twitter is seething. We now have official hard Switch 2 US sales numbers, and the entire grift has completely fallen apart. We were told that third-party games were not selling on Switch 2. You know, we were told that the Switch 2 bombed over the Christmas season. We were told that Nintendo had another Wii U on their hands, you know. And what happens? Not only is the Switch 2 doing well, it's the best-selling piece of hardware this year. Like, so much for that entire narrative. The entire grift has completely fallen apart. Nintendine is doing damage control. I'm sure Omniarch is doing damage control. They're doing everything they possibly can to work with this new piece of information, but at this stage, it's pretty much over. Okay? Like, I have officially established the Harman Smith blacklist. Okay? Every time these guys try and push this narrative and say they have insider sources at, like, I don't know, like on the sales floor at Target or whatever, like, well, we aren't moving Switch 2 units. Look at how there's still Switch 2s on the shelf. Like, you know, when we see one of that, you know, and then we see the real numbers, and we're seeing that, like, the claims are wrong. Yeah, you're getting blacklisted for that, because we have heard too many stories about how the Switch 2 is failing, about how games aren't living up to expectations, how everything is this gigantic disaster, and the reality has just shown otherwise, you know. Like, Nintendine is straight up, like, making videos saying the exact opposite of what the data actually says. Like, oh, it was doing badly this holiday season. No, you fucking retard. And at this point, like, everyone's kind of doing a victory lap, and I'm kind of, like, thinking about what's gonna happen when the Power World thing goes through, because this is the same. It's the same argument, honestly. Like, we're seeing, like, you know, Game Freak is showing off their new game, you know, that's not on Nintendo, and, like, everybody's hyping it up and worshiping it. It looks way better than Pokemon. Like, you're seeing, like, those people do that. Like, it does feel like at this point, like, 2026 is going to be brutal for Nintendo hate. Like, it is going to be positively brutal. Not only is Nintendo winning their lawsuits, not only are they winning the console war, not only is PC becoming increasingly unaffordable, like, the Harman Smith show is on the rise. You know, Harman Smith, I am coming on here every night, even when I'm deathly sick. You know, I just woke up because I came home and I was too sick to work. Even when I'm deathly sick, I go live and I tell you how it is. I tell you what's actually going on in the scene. And I tell you, like, what we can expect going forward. And we can expect a lot of coping and seething from Nintendo haters. Like, this is gonna be good. It is palpable. Like, yeah, Power World is not winning the lawsuit. That's right. Yep, they are totally losing. You are 100% right. Like, Pocket Pair is finished. Okay, they are the most cringy, embarrassing, like, knockoff developer in the industry. They are the tech startup of the Japanese gaming world. They think that their product is somehow going to become so expensive, so popular, that they can get away with blatant plagiarism, and that's just not going to happen. You are going to see a bloodbath. You know, you are going to see Bucky begging on the streets. He's probably going to get kicked out of the country, honestly, if he doesn't go to prison. You know, like, Pocket Pair is, like, 100% finished, and what's amazing about this is, like, how many people just don't, like, understand this and can't bring themselves to, like, face a reality that, like, that Pocket Pair is completely fucked. They have no case. They can't defend their actions, and they can't produce anything outside of like their very narrow like plagiarist based mindset. It is very very interesting to kind of see the
No,
downfall of Pal World. So yeah, here we are. We're probably not going to do a ton of video reactions tonight because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on. Let's see. Oh yeah, another thing. Yeah, another big news story today. Ubisoft's stock price has dropped like 30% today. So it wasn't like Nintendo's where they're like, oh, it dropped 30% over 3 months, 6 months. That means they're finished. No, no. Ubisoft's stock price tanked like after a day, which is like really, really bad. And now they're struggling. And now, the writing is on the wall for Ubisoft. They're done, So it is very, very exciting to see Ubisoft, suffer like an epic fail. Ubisoft kind of go down like the path of no return. Like, I'm sick of this company. I'm sick of hearing about them. They are one of the worst. I say that when I actually just picked up a copy of Assassin's Creed from the library, but um, like Ubisoft is one of the worst companies in gaming. Absolutely. So to see them fail is very cathartic to me, and I'm very happy to see it. But like one of the things you won't see is like me talking about it extensively, and you won't see me, like constantly like the thing about this, how many people do you have actually been like following Ubisoft's downfall? Because it really wasn't that long ago where they were like the premier third party like Western studio. They were putting out all the most generic games. They were like, they had Assassin's Creed. They were like supposedly this huge deal. You still have people today trying to tell you that like Assassin's Creed was this like monumental, amazing thing. It was not. Like it was phenomenal how long the grift lasted, but now we're at the point where like Ubisoft's at the end of their rope, and I don't think that like a lot of the other third party developers are that far behind. Like I could see pretty much everyone in the Western space going down the same path Ubisoft did, because so many of them fell for the same traps with the diversity and like just the obsession with like uh pushing these narratives and like their hiring practices. They're done. Like they're never ever going to bounce back from this. And like they've canceled a bunch of projects. Assassin's Creed didn't do numbers. The propaganda is starting to fail. It's very very interesting to see the reality of this kind of thing, because Fahrenheit 451, I've been reading that. I'm like halfway through it now. I wish I hadn't gotten sick, because I intended to like come home and finish it, but like um I'm halfway through that. It's very interesting speculative fiction, but it's also completely wrong, because Bradbury kind of anticipated this mindset that like, yeah, people are going to consume screens and and shows like endlessly with no regard for the quality. Like they'll ignore like each other, and like it didn't happen. That's the reality of it. Yeah, things got shittier for a bit, but the instant people started getting wise to it, like it collapsed almost immediately. So it's very interesting in that regard, where like it's very like aware of the world and where things were going, but at the same time it came to like the completely wrong conclusion, which is like very very interesting. But like anyway, um maybe I'm taking this too seriously, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the book in general. But that's just kind of my mindset. But like anyway, um I am yeah, stop Tanga. Yeah, I think for Tanga did something today. Hang on. Yeah, I think I saw him like making some statement or doing something. Okay, so I think we're gonna like do some quick video reactions, and then we're gonna go into gameplay. Let's see. I don't know if anything's been happening today. Like it feels like everyone's been quiet because they just can't like uh okay.
Women.
Cortana!
Doug Bowser has been appointed to Hasbro's board of directors, just weeks after his retirement as president of Nintendo of America on December 31st.
Yeah, not a big deal. What is with people acting like do you not know how CEOs typically operate? Like, Reggie was on a bunch of boards after retirement. This is pretty typical for them. So like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, Doug Bowser was retired. Oh, like what?
Yeah. He quote unquote retired. See, this caught my attention because it felt like absolute damage control when they used the word retired. So I tweeted this, quote unquote.
Is that why like he announced his retirement? Like, what was it, like 6 months ago? It was like it was quite a while back. So you're telling me that like Nintendo fired Doug Bowser and that he continued working at the company for several months and then immediately went to his new job? Like that's retarded. Do you not know how corporate jobs work? Like how you have jobs lined up before you leave? Like this is pretty typical for them, but anyway.
Retires. Go straight to work. This dude was fired. Let's be real. 47,000 likes. Whoa. I don't deserve so much. How did this blow up? I guess sentiment is
being retarded probably. Like I don't get it. Like do you really think that like there are just so many people on Twitter who just religiously believe that Nintendo's constantly failing and they'll just eat up like whatever nonsense people shove in front of them. Like, bro, like you are completely out of touch with how things actually work. Like completely. Like it's just insane.
About the same for most people out there, huh? I mean, 47,000 likes. That's more likes than my average viewership.